It's the last time we'll see him again, as Sean the stuntman has decided to retire mid-flight. He's also left the Earth's stratosphere. His family has asked us all to say goodbye, and to be sure to wear sunglasses while we do. If only Sean had taken similar safety precautions, he'd see that this was a stupid idea. What a tragedy. He had such a promising career. This was Cat News, having a better day than Sean. This is Cat News. Crisis. Overweight man steps up to the plate and eats it. We thought we'd found our unlikely hero at this dire time, but our hopes have been dashed once again. When he said greed will be the end of this society, I didn't think they meant this way. I suggest you run, if you're able, if anyone is these days. Stay safe, everyone. Tears as son leaves family home for better life in the garage. It's that day of mixed emotions that every parent expects to go through. Proud to see them leave the nest. Sad to never hear them beyond the jammed-by-foot bedroom door again. But it's something that has to happen for them to gain their independence. Which is why it's gonna feel like only yesterday when you cross paths on the driveway tomorrow morning. I think I'm welling up. It's one small step for man, cat, and one giant step backwards for all of us. I wish I was on that ship. I'm sorry to say, but we're stuck down here in this wasteland. $5 billion into space research. Also one guy can leave this place and not report back. 20 years for naught. Is anyone actually interested in space? I feel like I'm the only one. Never mind. I'll just look up at the night sky and see him waving back down at me, laughing at my wasted tax dollars. This was Cat News. Welcome to Cat News. A $5,003 watch tells the exact time you wasted your money. The watch comes with multiple features, such as blinding bystanders with its tacky gold coating, and making you a target of local roving thieving gangs, or as I like to call them, kids. And finally, it can tell you the time in 24 different hours, just to remind you of the poor choices you've made in life when the depressive moods hit in at 2 AM. What a steal. That was Cat News, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day. It's times like these where there's an opportunity to take a moment to reflect on the sacredness of life. And also what an amazing movie this instant could be turned into. But also the sad part. Funds are being raised for those affected, and also for the script that I'm writing after this show. What a tragic end to this day. Oh, I could put that in Act 1. This was Cat News. Coming to a cinema near you. There's yet another natural disaster in the town. Hey, there's also a tornado heading right for the studio. This is serious. There could be tens of dollars of property damage, including the cameraman. I'm beginning to think I'm not valued here. You are valued. $5 to be exact. I should mourn for the studio on air for the ratings, but it'll probably end up looking better than it did before anyway. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you in the tornado. Crowd cheers as father gets beloved franchise mascot in a headlock. In today's story, we find out that there are models for children to learn early in life, and models for mascots to learn late in life, in the form of pressure applied to vital arteries. I'm sure this mascot will never forget this one. When they wake up, of course. And for the kids, maybe give it a day before asking Dad for another ice cream. This was Cat News. Have a nice day. This is Cat News. Romantic candlelit dinner, melts hearts, and furniture. We all want some love in life. And is this a heartwarming story? A couple thought they were going to have a night to remember. Well, they achieved that, as they dined on their charred pork chop. It was just a normal night, until they noticed their cheap and flammable curtains catch fire. The couple made their escape. When available for an interview, they tell us that they're just happy they have each other. Let's be thankful that's their response, as they have nothing left after losing their possessions in the fire. This was Cat News. Safe and single. Tragedy strikes again, as a patient asking for Dr. Jeff, BA, BSc, MA, MBA, MSc, MFA, JD, PhD, MD, succumbed to his wounds. It's a shame he couldn't reach him in time, as he could have been then referred to another doctor, since Dr. Jeff is terrible. I know this because I now have one foot. This was Cat News. Have a nice day. This is Cat News. Now, it's crucial to stay safe on the road, which is why I'll be helping new drivers keep on their toes by ramming into them. You might be thinking, how could this be allowed? To which I replied to the police officer, I'll see you on the road. This was Cat News, keeping you safe. Have a nice drive home. It's that time of year again, where we begin our annual diet. Now, people talk about getting to the finish line, achieve your goals, lose weight, put that baguette down and leave the shop. In this culture obsessed with outcomes, I think, and I'm being brave here, we need to celebrate making it to the starting line, because that's where our journey begins. Looking yourself in the mirror and realizing your body doesn't fit in it. So pat yourself on the back when your hand's not occupied by food, because thinking about beginning is the most important part. This was Cat News. Starting my diet tomorrow. A new wonder drug has recently been invented. Just look at my results, which are unrelated to the new medication. I had a tapeworm, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm thankful for it. Moving on. There's not much information yet on this mystery drug, other than it's available to anyone, anywhere. This was Cat News. Now fitting a size 20. Thank you. This is Cat News. Worst internet service provider in the country tells customers to go outside. Hello. Hello. I think it's breaking up. What do you say to your customers who are justifiably upset? I say, get a life. Do you want to elaborate on that? You've got a whole world out there, just waiting to be explored. Your customers are trying to explore the World Wide Web. Think of all the rocks unturned, the enchanted forests, the waterfalls trickling from the heavens. It just seems like you're filibustering to deflect responsibility from providing a poor service. Responsibility? You want to talk responsibility? How about go out and get a job, instead of staying inside all day, on the internet? Well, you're doing a good job of making that happen. Hey, back off, pal. I don't have to put up with this. Where are you going? This interview isn't over. Who are you? Hello, this is customer support. How can I not help you today? Where did your boss go? Hello, I'll be your technician today. Where's your boss? My boss is currently unavailable right now, as he's currently hurtling 80 miles per hour into your front offices. That was Intermittent Technology CEO speaking with us live. And coming up in our next segment, how to steal your neighbor's Wi-Fi. Fashion is serious business, and if you're not fashionable, you shouldn't have rights. That was the opening sentence of my college thesis, which doesn't exist now. The college, this up-and-coming star of the catwalk, is taking things to the next level by showing us all the importance of authenticity. I think I'm feeling inspired. Movie aficionado loves movies so much, he watches them in fast forward. The Pembury local tells us that he wants to maximize efficiency so he can watch as many films as possible. Asked what his favourite movies are, he tells us, short ones. And when asked what got him into movies, he tells us, unemployment. Well, it's good to know we have a thriving appreciation for the arts in this nation. Thank you, everyone. Now, don't fast forward through this. Your favourite TV show is coming back from the dead. Literally. We're truly living through the golden age of TV. And now, so is this A-list star. But it has to be asked if this is the correct usage of modern medical advancements. Yes. Leave some room on the sofa for me. This was Cat News. Changing the channel. It's the middle of the most important case that this town has seen. In the biggest corruption scandal since I got my hand caught in the company vending machine. The lawyer can be seen presenting his case now, along with his underwear. How embarrassing. I have the same pair. We'll keep you updated on how all this turns out. And before you ask, no, you can't crash at mine. This is Cat News. Watch out, it's a chicken wing. That was a statement from one of the eyewitnesses, with the other witness losing both of their eyes. So now they're just a witness, which will make this case substantially more difficult when it goes to trial. Frankly, I think the customer was in the wrong. They entered the fast food restaurant and ordered the food. What did they think was going to happen? The restaurant's owner is an honourable man, but that's just my opinion. That hasn't been bought off by a lifetime supply of chicken in a bucket. This was Cat News. I'll see you from the jury. It's a question we all have to reckon with. Should I take that 5th vacation? More on that later. An unambitious kid has told his teacher that he wants to be an adult when he grows up. She told him to aim higher. He replied, he did. You can't argue with that. They say that children are the future. I don't know if anyone believes that, but we need adults. They can't be children forever. Where do they get teachers these days? This was Cat News. Forever young. They're the unsung heroes of our age. They're for us in our darkest moments, while offering us unbelievable deals. When your family and friends are selfishly sleeping at 3 a.m, they're there calling you incessantly, because that's just how much they care. So next time you hear the phone ring, how about you think of them for a change? Thank you, telemarketers, for being there. This was Cat News. Pick up the phone. I have an amazing offer that you don't want to miss out on. It was a sight that was tragic. The destruction of that hairline was like something I've never seen before. There was also the destruction of a generation of people's homes, a path of ruin, left in the wake of the tornado. But there was one bright moment. I now didn't have to look at that hairline again, as this victim of male pattern baldness was reunited once again with his wig. This was Cat News. I'm feeling lucky. That's what I said before I walked into the casino last night. It isn't what I said when I walked out, because I was crying. But unlike me, there's some lucky folks out there, like this lucky man, who's been almost winning for 5 years now. He's going to make a fortune. Then he can replace the fortune he spent on making his new fortune. We'll come back to the story in another 5 years, with an update to see his progress. Something tells me we'll have ourselves a winner. Maybe his luck will rub off on me. This was Cat News, still crying. Folks, these are hard times. I have no money. My boss has no money. We're all struggling, which is why this discount vacation is such a steal. Yes, you could be looking down on a beautiful tropical island, just taking in the view. There's only one view. Ah, paradise. I can imagine it now. The engines are shutting down. I've lost control. Don't take my word for it. It says it in the brochure. And how about these happy customers? Wow, I've already started packing. This was Cat News. Has anyone seen my sandals? I'm happy to say, we've got some good news today. Yes, the economy has seen better days, but the numbers are in for this month, and it's looking good. We have a shock jump in economic growth. I wonder who that was. It certainly wasn't me. As you can see on the graph that I drew 10 minutes before the show, on the left was when we were all living in squalor and miserable, and on the right is now, where we're all living in slightly less squalor and still miserable. But look at those trinkets soar. Wow. Now, you might be asking, will this actually help the economy, or is it just numbers on a screen? No real productivity. To which I say, stop spoiling the good news. Do you want to be poor forever, or do you want to be dubiously wealthy? That's what I thought. This was Cat News. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to buy myself a useless trinket. It's thought of as just an innocent knife for the kids, where they can receive chocolates and candies from weird strangers. But is there something sinister at play here? We're talking today about the Great Killer. No, not the reformed murderer who mows my lawn. I'm talking about sweets and candy. It might just seem like one little bite, but a moment on the lips is a lifetime in and out of hospital, culminating in you being told that you have type 2 diabetes. So next time you're thinking of taking your kids out for Halloween, don't. This was Cat News, protecting the nation. It's important for victims to get justice, which is why there's nothing but confidence in this local detective who recently found the keys he lost 10 years ago. I wouldn't want him on my trail. Yes, justice will be delivered. Very slowly. Eventually. And that's a guarantee. Maybe. Feel safe knowing that the law is by your side. Looking down the back of the sofa. This was Cat News. They were behind the plant pot. It's a difficult time during this food shortage. We're all hungry, but especially me. I'm sorry for clearing out the pantry. In my defense, I was hungry. Now, before you go grab your pitchforks, I've already saved the day, because I found one bag of rice that I must have missed, and you'll be happy to know there's enough for all 1 million of us. I counted before the show, just as long as no one is greedy. Now, if everyone will form a line outside my basement, I'll start handing them out one by one. This was Cat News. You only get one. The rich keep getting richer. It's a saying we're hearing more and more, because I keep saying it. It's become a challenge for policymakers in these uncertain times. All I know is that you're not going to stop me making more money, unless I run out of crayons or paper. But until that day, I'm just going to keep getting richer. This was Cat News. Moving on to my yellow crayon. This is Cat News. My car is for sale. It's against regulations to flock it on the show, but I had no luck with my billboard ads. It's a great car. It's never let me down, because it's never started. The guy who sold it to me said there was an engine. And he was right. There was an engine a long time ago. Anyway, please buy my car. That was the sales pitch. Thank you and good night. Oh yeah, and we have some news coming up in the next segment. It's a truly tragic day, as a local chef has sadly passed on. It's a horrible story. Some customers just spoil it for everyone else, which is what a witness said when she saw the chef's foot sticking out of the suspect's mouth. It really pains me to report on this story, as I want to try out the new restaurant for myself. I'll have to eat at the new restaurant next door, which is named The Cannibal Next Door, where the twist is, apparently, that the chef eats you, or the restaurant next door to them does. Well, I'd like to see them try. This was Cat News, feeling hungry. It was a thoughtful Christmas gift. I appreciated it, despite the subtext of calling me fat. Then they called me fat. They were a nice fit though. But as I got through to the middle of the year, something felt sinister, other than the threatening messages piling up on my answer phone. That's right, I was feeling slim, svelte even, and I thought to myself, this is wrong. So I dusted off my mirror and was met with someone who looked like me, but was borderline obese. This is a warning to all the cats wearing elastic pants right now. You're living in a fantasy. It's too late for me, but maybe I can save you. This was Cat News, going home to a rotisserie chicken. Loneliness is an epidemic, and it doesn't help when you eat your only friend. But I'm an exception to this trend. I haven't left this place for years, and I'm glad. I've got everything I need down here in this basement. Except friends. Please don't leave. This was Cat News, down here, all alone, eating ice cream. This is Cat News. Hello. Starting off with a sad story today. The ball pit, as can be seen here, is closing down. It's been the cornerstone of our community for 15 years. But, and someone has to say it, there was never enough balls, a design oversight, if I ever saw one. This could have been prevented, but the builders said it was a cost-cutting measure. I wish I had better news. And I do, because I took the ball home before the building was unnecessarily demolished. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Hi, that's enough of intros. Now it's time for the nature segment. Hi, welcome to nature. I hate it. Apparently, this is the world's most peaceful bird. It's news to me. I'd like to speak to the scientists who decided that, but as you can see, I'm a little preoccupied, appreciating nature. This was Cat News. Will someone get this bird off my face? Thank you. Back to the studio. Wow, looks like a great time. Stay tuned. Winning an award is the proudest moment of your life. It was for me when I won Worst Wedding of the Year. 2 years in a row, I might add. It really helped me get over the messy divorce. There was spaghetti everywhere, but enough about my life. Or if you can't get enough, why not read my new memoir, available at the street corner after the show. I'll be standing next to the reputable store. Anyway, this is to the Stinkiest Person Award winner. I was robbed. It's the most valuable artifact known to man, right next to my wig, passed down from generation to generation. Many brave souls have travelled far and wide to try take it, and as you can see, they failed. As for the ancient artifact, it's protected by a boring puzzle. that stopped every would-be thief. Trivia from 60s TV. What company sells the most toothpaste each year? And after you've answered those questions, next, you have to move some shapes around. What a blast. This was Cat News. Her intact. We all like to dance. But what are the career prospects for those who like to move? Go to this graph. Yes, informative. Well, that settles that. If you're thinking of dancing, do it after you've got a job. This was Cat News. I'm sick of people trying to stop me from dancing. There's a mantra in society that you should just go with the flow. Just let loose. Be who you are. And I say to that, what do you think I've been doing? If I let myself go anymore, I'd need an intervention. People feel sorry for me. In the streets. I don't even know them. I don't know what I'm more insulted by. The sympathy, or the free shoes. I'm just gonna keep being myself, until I can't look at myself in the mirror. I know what you're thinking. Cat News host, why aren't you in this competition? And let me just say, I'm right there with you. But apparently, I didn't meet the criteria. Yeah, of being ugly. That's another trophy for me. I prepared a speech. I'd like to thank my audience, who are there with me through the bad times and the even worse times. And then I ran out of ink. This was Cat News. Stay beautiful. It's the cool new restaurant that's just opened. After the last cool new restaurant closed down 2 months ago. But something tells me this is gonna be a success. I can just feel it in my stomach, which is entirely the reasoning the founder set it up on. Can't even use a calculator. He just put his trust in my judgment. And for that, I thank him. And in return, he can sleep on my couch when it inevitably goes under. But in the meantime, free milkshakes for me. This was Cat News. Head on down now. We all want great hair, but is it really that important? What about all the other things in life, like family, friends, your career, the great mysteries of the universe? Oh, who am I kidding? I want my hair back. Why me? I'm back. Sorry about that. I pulled myself out of that dark, unforgiving, depressing hole with lots of meditation, reflection, and by getting myself a hairpiece. Who needs a healthy self-esteem and contentment when you have a cheap polyester wig? This was Cat News. Jealous of my own hair. It's good to get outside, to breathe in the fresh air. But not if you're this unhappy camper. Yes, people want you to believe that the outside isn't dangerous, that it's good for you to get out there. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. Because of stories like this, you need to stay inside and watch Cat News while we tell you about all the other bird attacks that we saved you from. All 4 of them in a 50-year period. You won't find this on any other news network. This was Cat News doing you a service. Look at it. Do you know how much that's worth? Well, neither do I. That's what the guy in my local shop said. It seems I'm stuck with this beautiful gem that's worth nothing, apparently. Maybe I can sell it on the internet. Why do I buy things at 3 a.m? This was Cat News. Are you interested in a priceless gem? I still have that one-time cutlery set of the Queen. Limited edition. Why do I keep buying this stuff? Creepy Mansion just got creepier as I enter my home. Hey, it's just a regular house. And I'm not creepy. You know, people watch this show to be informed. not to watch office politics. Someone at Cat News wrote that headline. You know what's creepy? Following me and writing stories. And those weird dolls I have on the shelves in all 16 rooms. Yes, the house is a mess. I'm a mess. Whoever it was, you're out of line, and you're not invited to the Christmas party. That wasn't happening, but it's definitely not happening now. This was Cat News, not being creepy. An aging actor has been taken to hospital after breaking his femur while picking up the phone. Maybe it was finally his big break. It wasn't. The paramedic at the scene told us it was a wrong number. Let's look back on his long, illustrious career. It's all very sad. His family has released a comment. I'm sure we all share the same sentiments in this difficult time. This was Cat News. We're rooting for you.